Hey everyone, welcome back to Rimworld. I'm JJamJim. We are in the town of Laxville. I was scrolling through our game just before I got started, and there's a couple things that I noticed that I wanted to change that maybe some of you have noticed. A couple things is this was bothering me. I had to mine this out. Some other things were that we are very low on food. Okay, just got a psychic soothe, so that's good. Which brings me to the next point before I get to the food. Lax here, some of these moods were looking kind of poor. So I was looking at Lax's thing, and it says my friend Sammy died. She was friends with Sammy, the visitor. The visitor who was here for, a hot minute. She became friends with her. The poor Sammy, who, if you remember Sammy, had left with 3 infections and died, right about here. And that was Lax's friend, so now she's going to suffer for the next 12 days. Lax she just gets too attached to people, I guess. Yeah, that's no good. But what I was saying is, okay, we have a mad animal. I guess I can't get through the things I want to talk about first. We have an ibex though. Oh, this one. Wonder if they got into a fight. Nope, Timberwolf. How far away is that? Yeah, it's a little far. Okay, so the Civics Doe is pissed and it's going to attack us. So, let's get everyone up and let's let this thing do its biz. I'm going to put this on 2 speed right about now. But kind of as I was saying, as this mad animal comes charging at us, is I'm going to kind of do a big mass harvest of some berries for now because we are running really low on food. In fact, we don't have any food at all anymore. We do have some meals, which is good, but we are running very low on food. Oh my god, kill it. Kill it. Oh, there we go. Okay, Lax got hurt. Just a bruise. Not a problem. Okay, so Lax, you go... we're going to turn this to a medical bed. Lax is going to rest until healed. And Dan and Rink, you are undrafted. We're going to set this thing to hunt. And who's on hunting? That would be Lax. So it's fine. I need to check, make sure everyone's health is set to the herbal medicine. Fantastic. Okay, Rink is our doctor, so I'm going to have you treat Lax real quick. But as I was saying, I'm going to have... oh, excellent. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the time. We'll see you later, Ben. Ben with the good haircut. I really like Ben. Too bad he didn't have better things going on for us right at the moment. Maybe he'll be back. So, I'm going to slow this down. Just back down to 2. So we have some food here. No, so I'm gonna harvest some berry bushes versus doing some hunting. I know we do have a lot of game on this map, and that's really cool and everything, but it is still summer and it's getting colder, so that's good. But at the same time, I would rather harvest some berry bushes just because they last longer, and then when it gets cold, we can start hunting some stuff because that meat will stay frozen outside here. And the other thing I was thinking about is we do really need a medical ward. So there you go, right, point blank range. It only took 3 shots. Good job, Lax. I was thinking for medical ward, we would move Rink's room. We'd mine this out. Thank you, Lax. We'd mine this out. Mine this hallway down a bit more. Put a door right there, and a vent here. Yeah. And then, to make use of the steel, we will mine this out a bit more, and I think we'll add 1 more width to it as well. And we're going to make this our medical ward. It's just, was thinking about walling this up and then putting this door system over here, and then we could use this whole area, and we might do that in the future. I mean, we probably will do that in the future, but for now, I would rather just kind of mine out this steel and have access to that instead, and then, I mean, this is almost mined out already, and we can just use this as a medical ward. It's also really close to the entrance, which is good, because you don't want people, you know, hauling bloody colonists all the way across your base just to get to the frickin' hospital, and they'll die before they get there. So that's kind of the stuff. Oh, and lastly, well, not lastly, actually, we need a joy source, which I totally forgot about. Usually I don't forget about a joy source, but I forgot this time. So let's just put a horseshoe pin. Let's put it right there. So we have a horseshoe pin so they can have some actual joy. And the next thing is unhappy nudity. Rink here, she looks fully clothed. Alas, she is completely naked under that parka. So that was a bit of a little, you know, got a little trick there. I thought she was fine, but then I just noticed this when I was scrolling around on the map before I started recording. So we will make her a tribal wear. We don't have any material for that, so we are going to need to do some hunting just to get, well, actually, if she can finish this research soonish, we can get the Tearling bench up, and we can start doing that. We might not even be able to have to make her a tribal wear. We can make her, like, legitimate pants and a shirt. But yeah, you can roof that. And we can reclaim some of this stuff, although we sold, I guess, the pants and things, although we haven't stripped Cambiar yet. But, I mean, we don't have any, we still won't, the material will still be a problem. Even if we have the tailoring bench up, material is still a problem. So it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, Dan's gonna do some cooking. This component is in the middle of the door. That's bothering me, so just haul that, please. Thank you. Lax is going to do a slow job at mining the steel out. I think this would be a better thing, though, because now we can just sort of have maybe some more bedrooms up here, that sort of thing. I think that'd be a good idea. This is all floored. That's good. This last one just needs to go up, so we just need a little bit more steel, but all of this will be mined through, and that'll be great. Lax is healed, so we can give her back her bedroom. It was Lax, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so once these are all up, that will be fabulous. I was thinking about also putting some more steel deadfall traps just right here in front of the sandbags. So in the case of that Ibex doe, but picture that Ibex doe as like a raider coming at you with a shiv. While we're firing at them, you know, if they're rushing us, they could go through this trap and die. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do a couple, like, that's not what I wanted to do. Cancel that. Something like that, and we'll kind of see how that goes. If they're not running into it or whatever, we can always break them down and get that steel back. But more security is always better. Rink is sleeping with Dan picking at the steel right next to her. That has got to be awesome. So yeah, let's harvest some of these bushes because we have one meal left. Yeah. Goat hide. Oh, from the Ibex doe. Right. Harvest. Let's just kind of do... I don't want them walking everywhere, so let's just try to... Oh, that's a ton of bushes. That's a ton of bushes. That's great. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to let this to fruition. And by fruition, I mean full growth. Do a couple more there. Yeah. That way we don't have to walk too far out to harvest, but we can get plenty of food from this, so that'd be good. Ah, friendly AI from your past, Charlin Whitestone, sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. If you travel to the ship, Charlin will take you off this Rimworld to the stars. Let's jump to that location. I would like to see where this is. Might take a little bit to load the world here. This is something that like I said, or maybe I didn't say this, but I have beaten, I guess you can't technically beat Rimworld, but I have built the ship before A16. I believe it was A15 I did that. I built the ship, left, everything was all good. However, I do really want, I still have yet to get to the promised land here. I have yet to get to the ship, do a lot of traveling. I have not done a lot of traveling with the caravan system, so that is something that I would love to try and really push for before this series has to come to an end and A17 breaks all my mods. So I'm really going to try to push for that hard, just so you all are aware. I'm going to play this as long as I can, but I'm going to push real hard to get there. But I really do want to give it a shot, and we'll see how far we get. But that's kind of the goal that I have in mind for this series, just so you all know, so we're not just saying, hey, I'm just going to play this forever and really, stick around in this thing. I do really want to, I think A17, when we start that, we'll have a little bit more time to build a beautiful base and do all that stuff, but time is running out in A16, and I would love to try to get here. So we'll see if that can happen. But let's figure out where we are in the world here. I'm sure we're on the other side. Yeah. So we're right here in Laxville. And so we'd have to cross all this tundra. Well, let's see. Is it more? Yeah. We'd have to cross. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right down here. So actually, it might be better to go this way. So you cross over, then we don't have to cross as much water and down. I'm going to pause the game real quick because I just realized it was running. And we'll get down here, journey destination. So, if we can get the research up to do the travel pods, that's not the name of it, but that would be, I think that would work. I like I said, once we get more into the caravan system, that is a new thing for me. So we'll go on that journey together because I have yet to do that. So if any of you have any tips on getting to caravan things, I know people have been, I've been seeing people post on Reddit that they've had some issues with the caravan system. It's kind of broken, this and that. I still do want to try it before A17 comes out. So if any of you have any tips on how to do certain things in the caravan, more than welcome. Please leave in the comments. I'd love to know, just so I don't, I'm not fumbling through everything here. All right, a couple more traps to be built, and then those will be good, and we'll set all those to auto rearm. This ward is coming along pretty well. I would love to get her bedroom up before we do move her bed, though. But Lax is making pretty good work of this steel. And her mining, she does not have a passion for mining. Does Dan? I think Dan does. No, he doesn't either. Yeah, everyone's kind of garbage for mining, which is unfortunate. I wonder, Lax is doing mining, it's before plant cutting. I'm going to move Dan's plant cutting up to 3. I'm going to let Rink finish this. She is doing phenomenal work of this, and I'm very happy. Very, very happy about it. Okay, these guys are blowing through this pretty well. It might actually be good to get this finished before this, just so we can get Rink all set up in her space. We do have some steel, but it's gonna cost a decent amount of steel to get the stereo floor in here. Yeah, 15 silver to do a stereo tile. Yeah, so that's 465. Yeah, it's not gonna happen right now, but good to know for the future, and we're working toward it. Stove, everything's good in here. Rink is working fever pace. I think she's going to get it done tonight. Oh, yeah. And that will be great. And then we'll move on to stone cutting and then electricity. That's my goal. Because I really think, stone cutting, she should be able to blow through pretty quickly, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Like she gets her head cut off or something. Which can happen. Let's be real here. Do not have high expectations for your colonists. They can die. Alright, so we're going to do that with a vent. And I know I don't necessarily need to use steel doors inside the base when it's like so, you know, I could totally use wood and it would be fine, and those open, I think steel opens at 100% though, right? Yeah. And so do wood. But oh, they open at 120%. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I know they don't open as fast as the wood doors, but I just really don't like making things I don't need to make out of wood. Okay, we got another raid from the tribespeople. We still have their last person's body down here. Camby are still dead down here, so maybe they'll think twice when they see her. We got 2 people this time. Brio has a club. Ibis has a harpoon. Okay. Are they attacking immediately? They are. They got a little ways to go, but I think we'll be able to take care of them. I just want to double check. You have your pistol. You have that short bow, and then you have the better pistol. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to let them do their thing. Yeah. We'll let them do their thing as Brio and Ibis make their way up here, trudging through the marsh. Oh, Rink, you couldn't finish it. 40 away. So close. And here they come. Okay, so Brio's going to attack this door, and you are going to attack the deadfall trap. Interesting. Interesting choice. Drafted, come down here, please. Yeah, you, good luck. You're going to die, they're going to flee. See you later. Were you any good anyway? Yeah, whatever. See ya. Okay. So, undraft. You guys having it easy right now, but it will get harder. We're going to. You have. That's Dead Man's though. Yeah, I really. There's something. Maybe it's like an OCD thing, but something really is irritating when I know someone is wearing Dead Man's clothes. Just really frustrating, and I don't really know why. We'll set that to rearm. And again, when these are all up, we will set them to auto rearm. And Ragdoll is going to eat some of that corpse. Fabulous. Alright, complex clothing is finished. We are going to work on stone cutting immediately. Rink, get back to work. Okay. So, while that is doing its thing, I think, you know, before we start, you know, we're doing a little bit of this stuff, and it's good. You need a medical ward, you need separate bedrooms, you need a kitchen, you need a little bit of workspace, and you need a kill box. This is going to be a long, long winter. I mean, it's already 30 degrees the second fall. We could have a cold snap any minute, and all these could die, so we're going to have to figure out when we need to start bringing those crops in. But I really do want to get through this first winter before we start really making, you know, really getting further into the game in terms of expanding and all that stuff. So, I will put up, before I forget, I will put up the hand tailoring bench. It's going to be a little slower, but that's okay. I'm going to put up the hand tailoring bench right about there. That would be good. We don't really have anyone that's good at crafting, of course, except Rink. I will have Rink make herself some decent clothes. Although, again, we are going to have to do some hunting to make that possible because we don't have any cotton. Although, I guess if she puts us up and we can start reclaiming some fabric, we could maybe reclaim the fabric of some of these people. Cloth. Yeah, she might get enough cloth, actually, from reclaiming to make her own set. So, we'll see. Okay, everyone is sleeping. That's fine. This bedroom is done. Let's make sure we haul all of this away. Yeah, not a lot of hauling is getting done, which is, you know, it's a problem I have. It really is. I give too many people too many jobs. Even when I have a bunch of colonists, I have a tendency to I really like hate avoiding. That's not a good sentence. I really choose not to take away people's skills that they have passion for. Like if someone has passion for something, these are just not on right now, and that's only because we don't need to art, we don't need to smith, but we will need to tailor soon. But when someone has a passion for something and I don't have them set up to at least do it, even on a very low level, it bothers me. You all are gonna have to get used to my weird OCD little things here. We have starvation. That's okay. So, Dan, it's great that you're building this hand tailor bench, but we do need to get these cut. So, before we get into the food situation, I am going to do reclaim fabric, do forever. I want to set this radius because, again, I don't want them running all the way across the map just to get a toque to break down and give me 5 cloth. Not worth it. Not worth their time. So I'm going to not allow regular apparel, only allowing Dead Man's apparel. And this is also a mod that someone added. I'm assuming this will either get changed or this will get added into the base game because this just seems so much more intuitive, I guess, that you would be able to just uncheck and check allowing Dead Man's apparel versus allowing non-Dead Man's apparel. It's just kind of a goofy, backwards way of looking at stuff. So, they will reclaim fabric from anything with a caveat, except Kevlar helmets, military helmets, power armor, armored vest, power armor. Yeah. Everything else, with any quality, any hit points, they will break down that is Dead Man's apparel. That is what I want. And then, what we'll do is we'll make pants, do until we have 1. So, my thoughts on that, and they can make it with anything. That's totally fine. At this point, I'm not going to be really picky about what they're making stuff out of. So, we'll do t-shirts, 1. We will do button-downs, in case they want a button-down. And the reason I'm doing it this way, dusters, you know, let's skip the dusters for now. Let's just do jackets. I know dusters are great, but it's going to be winter so long. Like, let's just get a jacket in here. I'm not going to make a parka just because it slows them down, and it's not going to get that cold. It's going to be, you know, even with a cold snap, it'll probably be -15, maybe, at the most. And I believe jackets are, yeah, -27, so it's plenty. And I believe parkas slow them down, and jackets don't. So, we'll make a jacket, and then we will make... Did I do toques? No. I'm going to move toques up, just so we make sure we have them. But again, the reason I'm doing it this way is that essentially they will make a toque, and then Lax, or Dan, will go pick up that toque, and then they'll need another one. So I want to make sure that I always have one of each of these things in store. And when we need another one, we'll make more. So then we just don't have, 15 pairs of pants around or whatever. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so toque, pants, shirt. I'm just going to move pants and shirt above toque just because I want to make sure that Rink gets some clothes on her body. And that should be good for that. Okay, so Dan is starving. We need food. So what I'm going to do is go into plant cutting, and I'm going to make that a 1. Number 1 priority. I want you to, he's going to go right to it. He's going to start cutting these bushes down, and let's get some berries in this stockpile. Because these are actually pretty much grown. And Dan, you're kind of shit, so you're probably going to fail. Lax is sleeping. When are you getting up? Oh, wait, 20. What kind of sleeping schedule are you on? Lax, you're on a normal sleeping schedule, but it is 20 and you are sleeping. What the hell are you doing? Get up. Okay, so he didn't fail that, so that's good. Yeah, I know, dead bodies. Actually, Dan, now that you're not starving, can we get you to strip these bodies down and bury them, please? Just so we don't get that debuff constantly. Strip Ibis. Berry. Thank you. Lax is doing fine work of these bush. Nope, no. Berry Cambiar. Thank you. Yeah, it takes you forever to do that. You know, I'm going to take Dan off of plant cutting, and I'm just going to have you do a priority haul job. Because I would rather have you... We just need... There's some hauling that needs to be done. Like refueling these torches. Very important. And speaking of torches, I'm going to make sure that we get some torches in these people's rooms. And this bedroom's done. What am I doing? That is not where I want it. I want it there, and I want it there. What am I doing? Cancel that. Cancel that. Okay. So, Rink, we are going to reinstall your bed. There. Like, you're going to bed again. Why are you going to bed? Cold. Yeah, I don't... I mean, I guess you're unrestricted at this point, but I don't quite understand why you're sleeping. You're going to sleep at 2 in the morning. I'm going to get you up at like 5. Just telling you. It's going to hit 5 o'clock and you're going to be in bed. Okay, so he's doing some hauling, which is good. Oh, the haulers also haul the beds. Okay, that's good to know. I thought that was a construction thing, even just moving furniture, but it's a hauling thing, so that's good. I'm going to continue to haul some things. Let's just clean this place up a little bit. That will be great. Get all this garbage in and rip it down. Rink is in progress of stone cutting. What is her research at? 11. Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay. Good. He's bringing in more berries. Once stone cutting's done, like I was kind of saying in the last episode, I think we're going to end up just putting it in here. Let's expand this dumping stockpile to there. And sure. Haul this stuff. Okay. Rink and Lax have fibrous mechanites, which means that their moving, manipulation, and blood pumping is enhanced. And you're like, yay, that's great. But it is extremely painful. They're 20% pain, and their tiredness is 170% higher. So they're just going to be sleeping more, and they're going to need tending, which sucks, and it's cold. It is cold. It is 23 degrees. We need a campfire in here ASAP. Not 2 of them, just 1. Lax, are you? Yeah, good. Good. So Lax will... who? Rink has it? Okay, so you got treated. Lax needs treatment. So who's going to treat Lax? Rink. What are you doing? Come on. She helped you out, and now you're not going to help her out? It's kind of rude. Dan, I'm going to have you work on that campfire. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rink's going to get back to researching. You guys will be fine. It's not going to be that bad. Not too. Although they will be complaining about being in pain. Yeah, that's probably the worst part of it, is the mood debuff. But, you know, that's the way it goes. But anyway, I think we're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks so much. Bye.